Morning everyone, welcome to today's teen yoga session. My name's Sara and today we're going to do about 30 minutes roughly targeting our hamstrings today. I don't know if you've been doing lots of sitting, but I'm guessing with people working from home and not being able to get out as much, you probably have. So we're going to see if we can do something that opens our hips and just helps us to stretch out the lower half of our body from days spent sitting down and not moving maybe as much as we'd like. So I hope everyone is well today. I hope everyone's ready to start. If you've got socks on, just take those off for me now so that you don't slide about. And if you've got a mat, obviously that's great. Have your mat at the ready. If you haven't, absolutely fine. You don't need a mat to practice yoga. So when you're ready, just making your way to a comfortable seated position. So that may be cross-legged like me, could be legs out in front of you, whatever feels comfortable for you. And then when you're there, just allowing the spine to grow long, shoulders slide away from the ears. And the eyes just gently close if that feels comfortable for you. And just take a moment to tune in to the body and see what's going on inside today. Hopefully feeling okay, not feeling too stressed or too anxious, but if you are, that's fine too. Whatever's going on inside, just take a moment to acknowledge the feelings. And then we're going to begin our practice with a few rounds of Bhamari breath, so bumblebee breath. We're going to inhale through the nose. And then when we exhale, we're going to let the air out through the mouth, making a humming sound. So inhaling and exhaling. Great, 2 more, inhaling. Last time, see if you can really expand that belly as you inhale and exhale. All the air out, wonderful. And just taking a moment to check in with yourself and see how that feels. See how the body feels now after those breaths. Bhamari is a great calming breath to use any time you're feeling a little bit stressed out. And then when you're ready, just allowing the eyes to open. We're going to begin just by warming up our wrists, so bringing the hands together, interlocking the fingers and just making some gentle movements with the wrists. So we're going to be spending a little bit of time in downward dog, making sure that we don't strain our wrists if we're not used to working the upper body in that way, which quite a few of us aren't if we don't practice yoga regularly. And then with the hands and the fingers are still interlocked, sending the knuckles forward, dropping the head down and just sending the shoulders away. Stretching the back. And then coming back to a neutral spine. Turning the hands over, sending the palms of the hands to the ceiling, looking up. And stretching through. And then letting everything go, having a release. Maybe shaking the shoulders a little bit. Growing tall again. As you inhale, lifting the left arm up, send the right arm away and folding down through the side body. Rooting down through that left sit bone so that the side of the body takes the stretch. Coming back up. With an inhale, right arm comes up, send the left arm away, exhale, folding to the other side. And then inhaling back to our neutral spine. Great. Okay, so we're going to begin on our backs today. I said we're going to work into the hamstrings. So the first thing I'm going to do is a hamstring stretch. So I'd like you to hug your right knee into the chest, And just spend a moment here. And then when you're ready, stretching the sole of the foot towards the ceiling, taking hold of the back of the leg, so it can either be back of the thigh, back of the lower leg, or even if you want, you can go for the toes. It really depends what's accessible for you. If it's the back of the thigh, that's absolutely fine. And pushing through the heel and the sole of the foot, just like you to use the hands to gently ease the leg into the body. Your upper back should be flat on the mat here, so we're not curling up towards the leg. We're just drawing the leg in. Great, and then release that leg, stretch the arms overhead, stretch the legs long before hugging the left knee into the chest. And just stay here a moment. And then just as you did on the other side, sending the sole of the foot to the ceiling, taking hold of the back of the leg, over the thigh, the shin or the toe, whichever is accessible to you. And then just pushing up through the sole of the foot and easing the leg into the upper body. Great. Extend that leg long, stretch the arms overhead. Take a full body stretch before gently rolling up into a sitting position. I'm going to turn around again now. From here, we're going to come onto our hands and knees because we're going to just do a few rounds of cat-cows to warm up our spine for our sun salutations. So, with an inhale, dropping the belly down, head comes up into cow. And as you exhale, drop the head down, send the shoulder blades away into cat. Inhale, filling the belly, head comes up into cow. Exhale, pushing the shoulder blades away, drop the head down into cat. One more time, inhale, fill the belly, head comes up into cow. And exhale, pushing the shoulder blades away, dropping the head down into cat. Beautiful. And then allow the spine to come back to a neutral position. And then from here, we're just going to roll the toes and we're going to push up into our first downward dog of the day. So sending the hips back and then stretching the heels towards the floor. Now if your knees are bent here, if you can't get the legs straight, that's absolutely fine. That doesn't matter at all. And while you're here, just bending the right knee, keeping the left leg straight. And then alternating, bending the left knee, straightening the right leg. So just in your own time, taking your dog for a walk. This can really help to ease tight hamstrings and bring those heels closer to the ground. Beautiful. Okay, and then coming to a still point, take a breath. Look to the front of your mat and then step through towards your hands. It's okay if you have to step and then help the hands. Help the foot with the hands. That's fine. And then here, sweeping the arms all the way up, down through heart centre. Okay, so we're going to do sun salutations now. We're going to do 3 rounds on each leg. So 3 rounds on the left, 3 rounds on the right, so 6 overall, just to get a bit of heat in the body before we start. So I'm going to cue the breath for the first round, and then after that I'm going to leave you to follow in your own time. I don't know if you can hear, but I'm a little bit hoarse at the moment. I've got really bad hay fever, so it's easier for me if I keep my speaking to the minimum today. I don't know if anybody else is suffering, but if you are, take good care of yourself. So for the first round, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands flat on the mat. Step back, left leg, right leg. Inhale while you're in the plank pose. And then we're going to lower here. You can either drop your knees first, or you can lower through chaturanga. So as you exhale, inhale, push into up dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Okay, so that's our first round. Just take a breath here. Sweep the left leg up. Step through. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, float all the way up. Exhale, down through heart centre. Wonderful. So right leg this time. Sweep the arms up. Fold down. Halfway lift. You can either be on fingertips here, or you can bring the hands to the shins. So we've got a nice flat back. Hands flat on the mat, step back, right leg, left leg to plank pose. Lower down through chaturanga. Up dog. Send the hips back. Downward facing dog. Just stay here for a breath or two. Sweep the right leg up. Step through right leg, left leg. Halfway lift. Hands flat on the mat. Sweep the arms all the way up. Down through heart centre. Really good. So we're doing them quite quickly today, so we haven't got long. So left leg this time. Sweep the arms up. Fold down. Inhale halfway. Hands flat on the mat. Step back left leg. Right leg into plank pose. Lower chaturanga or knees, chest and chin. Up dog. Roll the toes. Push back to downward facing dog. Sweep the left leg up, step through. Left leg, right leg, halfway lift, fold down, all the way back up, down through heart centre. Wonderful. Right leg this time. Sweep the arms up. Fold down, halfway lift. Hands flat on the mat, step back, right leg, left leg into plank. Lower down. Up dog. Push the hips back. Downward facing dog. Sweep the right leg up, step through right leg, left leg, halfway lift, hands flat, sweep the arms all the way up, down through heart centre. You're feeling a bit warm now, hopefully. Okay, one more round on each side. Sweep the arms up, fold down, halfway lift, hands flat on the mat, left leg, right leg, plank pose. Lower down through chaturanga or knees, chest and chin. Up dog. Roll the toes. Pushing back to downward facing dog. And we're just going to take a pause here. Just breathing in your own time. Sweep the left leg up. Step through left leg. Right leg. Halfway lift. Hands flat down. Sweep the arms all the way up. Down through heart centre. Right side to go and then we're done. Sweep the arms up, roll down, halfway lift, hands flat on the mat, step back right leg, left leg into plank, hold it here for a moment, lower down through chaturanga, or knees, chest and chin, up dog, roll the toes, pushing back to downward facing dog, taking a couple of breaths here, beautiful. Sweep the right leg up, step through right leg, left leg, halfway lift, fold down, and then sweep the arms all the way back up, down through heart centre, and we're done with our sun salutations. Well done. Hopefully you're feeling a bit warm now, maybe a little bit out of breath. I know I am. Okay, so we're going to do our first hamstring stretch for today. So what I'd like you to do is step back with your right foot, toes facing forward, and then I'd like you to bring your arms behind you and link hands if you can. If you can't, and you've got a belt or like a dressing gown belt or something, you can actually use that and take hold of that on either side, yeah? So it would be between your hands, but if you can link hands, then link hands. Taking an inhale, allow the chest to expand, to lift, and then with a nice straight back, we're going to fold forward over that left leg. So we're leading with the chest. You can even take the arms up and away from the back as well to intensify the stretch. Taking a breath or two here. And then again, leading with the chest, slowly coming back up. Grow nice and tall, just pause for a moment. Step the right leg forward. Step the left leg back. So if you've got low blood pressure, or if you get a little bit faint when you stand up, like if you've got orthostatic intolerance, then just make sure you come up really, really slowly, because it can make you have a bit of a head rush, feel a bit dizzy. So again, inhale, lifting the chest up, and as we exhale, folding forward over that right leg, leading with the chest, and feeling the stretch through the hamstrings. Slowly coming back up, Step the left leg forward to meet the right leg. Release the hands, have a little shake if you want. And then we're just going to sit down into chair pose just to make sure we're getting the blood circulating all the way around the body again. So sitting down as if into an imaginary chair, so the hips go back and down, bending the knees. Sweep the arms up, overhead, and engaging the glutes and the quads here. So you have your bottom and the front of your thighs. And just staying in here for a breath or two, just to make sure we're engaging the muscles and getting that blood flowing again. Straighten back up. Okay, and then opening out, so we're facing the long edge of our mat if we've got a mat. Legs are going to go wider than hip distance, as wide as you feel like you'd like to take them. And I always like to turn my toes ever so slightly inwards here, okay? We're going to do another hamstring stretch, so forward fold. We're going to go through the chest, and this time I'm going to take hold of opposite elbows. Okay, so you can link hands behind if you want, but I'm going to go opposite elbows this time because the weight of your arms can just help to deepen the stretch. So we're going to grow through the chest, and then gently folding forward, letting the elbows lead you, keeping your back nice and straight, and allowing the elbows to guide you down. Now, if you have to bend the knees slightly, that's fine as well. But just hanging out here for a moment, seeing if you can feel the stretch in the back of the legs. And forward folds are really good, really calming postures usually, as they activate the vagus nerve and they activate the parasympathetic nervous system and help us to feel calmer, more grounded. And then if you want to here, you can also reach for the feet, big toe. If you're really bending, you really want to intensify the stretch, you can actually walk the hands back between the legs. See if that helps you bring the chest a little bit closer to the thighs. Okay, hopefully we're feeling a nice juicy stretch in the hamstrings here. Gradually, slowly, we're going to make our way back up. So walking the feet in as you do so can just help you to come up a little bit easier. Leaving the head till very last of all. Okay, and as we did before, sitting back down into our imaginary chair, engaging the thighs, engaging bottom, the glutes, sitting in this chair. We're going to stay just for a moment or two here. If you want to challenge yourself, you can bring the hands down into prayer, and then you can twist, taking the left arm over the right knee while still sitting in that imaginary chair. Back to centre, and the same on the other side. So right arm hooks over, left knee this time. Back to centre. Get those arms up nice and straight, hopefully. The thighs are burning a bit by now. And straightening back up. Shaking everything out. Okay, and then we're going to come down into a squat, which is another great hip opener. So feet are going to be about hip distance apart again. Going to make sure our spine is nice and straight. We're going to go nice and tall. And then we are literally, like we did with chair pose, we're going to sit down, but we're going to see if we can squat down between the knees. And then you can see where I've brought my hands into prayer. I'm using the elbows just to gently open the knees a little bit wider. Now, if you are someone who has been sitting for a long time, or does a lot of weightlifting, maybe like weighted squats, you're probably going to find this pretty tricky. So if your squat is up here, that's absolutely fine. Okay, you might want to hold on to sofa, a chair, a wall, just to help you balance. That's fine as well. Just staying in your squat for a moment. Really feeling those hips open. And then from here, sitting down onto your bottom is kind of the easiest way out of this. Stretching those feet in front of you for a moment, maybe giving the legs a little shake. And then we're going to bring the soles of the feet together into butterfly. A good way to check your spacing in this posture is to put one hand and the other between the space between your groin and your heels, and then if you've got two handspans there, you know you're about the right distance apart. And so while we're here, I'm actually going to incorporate my self-care tip for the day. And my self-care tip is something that we do quite a lot in yin yoga. It's actually giving yourself a little foot and leg massage. So in yin yoga, we stay in the postures for a bit longer than we would in a normal class. So anywhere up to 5 minutes or longer in one posture. So while we're here, what can be quite nice to do is just to begin using your thumbs, giving yourself a little massage. So you can start under the ankle bone, move on to the feet. By the way, if you feel like your legs are too high in this posture, you can put cushions underneath the knees just to give yourself a bit of support. And then with your thumbs, just massaging your feet, giving them a little bit of love. I don't know about you, but I pretty much neglect my feet. I sort of forget that I have them, even though I use them every day. And you can even move up from the ankles into the lower legs, just using the thumb to give yourself a gentle little massage whilst also staying in the posture. And if you want to as well, what can be quite nice here and can add, deepen the stretch, is to fold forward. So if you want to do that, making sure your spine is nice and long and straight, leading with the chest, and you can just start to come forward over the legs towards the feet. If you've got back issues, like me, like lower disc issues or any sort of back issue, don't fold, stay upright. But if you want to, you can fold forward while giving your feet a little gentle massage. And again, this folding forward, a bit of time in, a bit of time to restore yourself. Great. And when you're ready, gently coming back up to a sitting position. Stopping your little massage, extending your legs long, maybe giving them a little stretch, a little shake, leaning back onto the hands. Beautiful. Okay, and while we're in a sitting position, we're going to incorporate our challenge posture for the day. So we've done some work on our hamstrings, but I also like to do something just a little bit tricky, just to keep your brains working. So we thought we'd do boat pose today, as we're already on the mat. So I'd like you to bring the soles of your feet flat to the mat, so you've got a bend in your knees. And then see if you can find your sit bones here. So your sit bones obviously in your bottom. See if you can find them. See if you can find a point of balance on your sit bones. Engage the core, and then see if you can just float the feet off the mat. Keep the back nice and straight. Really engage that core. And this might be enough for you today, might be enough of a challenge, but if you'd like more, stretch the legs out and then see if you can let go with the hands. So your body's in a V shape basically. You're engaging your core muscles just to keep yourself in this point of balance. Doesn't matter if you fall backwards and fall out, it's fine. Wonderful. Hold it just for a little bit longer. Oh, and then relax everything down. It's quite tricky, boat pose. Okay, then from here, we're going to make our way down onto our backs. I'm going to turn the other way just so that my face is still invisible and you can still hear me. So making our way down onto our backs, we're going to stretch the body long. Stretch the body long. And then we're going to bend the right knee, put the foot flat on the ground. We're going to extend the arms out at shoulder height, so we're sort of in a T position. And then we're just going to roll the right knee over to the left side. So we're taking a twist here. This can feel quite soothing if you have got lower back issues, but you know your body better than I do. So if anything feels a bit tweaky, then don't twist, but these twists can be quite relieving. And then straightening back up, extend the right leg long, bend the left leg in, put the left sole down. And then we're going to take the left knee over to the right hand side If you want, you can bring the right hand onto the left knee just to help it over, or you can just let the weight of your leg do the stretch for you. And again, just see how your back feels if you have got any issues. Okay, straightening back up to centre. Do that full body stretch again, so the arms go long overhead, the legs go long. Take an inhale here through the nose, and then sigh all the air out through the mouth. We're going to do this 2 more times. So big inhale through the nose, really fill up the belly, and sigh all that air out. One more time, big inhale, expand the belly, expand the chest, hold for a moment, and then sigh all that air out through the mouth. Great. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit more relaxed here, so we're ready to go into our final resting posture. So if you want to be in Shavasana, just bring the arms down by your side so they're not touching your body. Maybe let the feet fall open. If you want to finish on your front, you can roll over, make a little pillow over your head with your hands, if that feels good for you. Maybe you want to come into a sort of supported shoulder stand with your back flat on the mat and your feet resting on something or on the wall. Whatever feels good for you. If you just come into your final resting posture now, and I'm going to sit up just so that I can talk a little more clearly. So coming into that final resting posture, and when you're ready, if it feels comfortable, allow your eyes to close. Just allow your body to let go. Feel the areas that we've stretched, feel areas that maybe are still a little bit tight, maybe you want to redo the video, do it again. But whatever's going on in your body now, just take a moment to tune in and allow the body to settle. And then when you're ready, bring the attention to your right hand, palm and the back, the right wrist, the lower arm, the elbow, the upper arm, the shoulder, the right side of the chest, the torso, the right hip, the top of the right leg, the right knee, the lower leg, the ankle, top of the right foot and the sole of the right foot, the right toes. And then bring your attention from the toes back up to the ankle, the lower leg, the knee, the upper leg, hip, the torso, chest, the shoulder, down the right arm, back to that right hand. Really feel your right hand. Really feel your right hand. And then bring the attention to the left hand, the wrist, the lower arm, the elbow, upper arm, shoulder, the left side of the chest, the torso, left hip, top of the left leg, the left knee, the lower leg, the ankle, the left foot, the left toes, and then from the toes all the way up to the ankle, the leg, the hip, the torso, the chest, the shoulder, down the left arm and back to the left hand. And really feel the left hand. Really feel the left hand. Feel both hands together, both wrists, the lower arms, the elbows, the upper arms, the shoulders, the chest, the torso, the pelvis, the tops of the legs, the knees, the lower legs, the ankles, the feet and the toes. And then feel the body from the toes all the way back up to the shoulder blades and the collarbone, and then the neck, the front and the back of the neck. Then feel the mouth, sensations inside the mouth, the nose, the right eyebrow and the right eye, the left eyebrow and the left eye, the right ear, the left ear, forehead, cheeks, chin, the whole of the face, crown of the head, the back of the head, and the whole of the body, from the head all the way down to the toes, from the toes all the way back up to the crown of the head. Really feel the whole body. Really feel the whole body. Feel the body supported, safe, and secure. And just take a moment here for yourself. A moment to be still. And then when you're ready, rolling either onto your right or your left side. Always the left side if you've got low blood pressure or if you're pregnant. And then perhaps you might like to open the eyes here before gently making your way into a sitting position. Whatever sitting position is comfortable for you. And then allow the spine to grow long. With an inhale, sweep the arms overhead, down through heart center, into prayer pose. And just take a moment here to thank yourself for practicing today. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. Okay, so we already did my self-care tip for today. My self-care tip is to give yourself a little foot massage, foot and leg massage. Better if you can get someone to do it for you, but that's my self-care tip today. And my challenge for you, following on from that, is to find someone in your household and to give them a little foot or leg massage. If that is too weird, then stick to just, self-massage is fine. But it feels really, really nice if you can find someone else to massage your feet and your legs for you, especially when we're not moving so much and our blood circulation isn't great. So self-care tip and Zen challenge for this week. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you take care, stay safe, and I'll see you again soon.